we take a look at him coming down.
And I'm sure from a player's perspective, your first thought is the worst. That first thought is, this is serious.
That's your first thought, and your body is in shock pretty much. You feel weak, and you begin to feel better. But right now, you're like, am I going to walk again? This is some serious pain. I don't know if I'm going to continue to play.
Well, he's getting help from Jamal McClure and Josh Boone. They're going to lift him up so he doesn't have to put any weight on it.
And that shows you how serious it is, because normally, as you see with Chris Quinn, he walked off with a little bit of help. This situation, Antoine Wright is being carried off all the way to the locker room.
Antoine Wright, right ankle injury, as he was battling for the loose ball on the inside just before time expired in the third.
And the way that the injury happened, the way that they're carrying him off, the way that Tim Walsh is holding his ankle, it almost makes you believe that it's more serious than just a minor sprain.
And there's something about the right ankle this season for the Nets. Vince Carter had the right ankle injury. Boki Nakbar currently out with a right ankle injury. And Antoine Wright helped off the floor after the ankle turned severely. Darrell Armstrong is coming to the game, and now Williams will check in to replace Collins. There is 0.3 of a second left in the third. The Nets have closed to within 4. And the quarter comes to an end. We will go to the fourth here in Miami. Heat 70, Nets 66. Two struggling teams, both searching for a W. Nets basketball will continue from South Florida here on Yes. It's time to take a look at the Mercedes game summary with Miami in front 70-66. Nets shooting it at 41%. The Heat at 50%. Jefferson and Carter leading the way offensively. Dwayne Wade, 31 points for Miami, 17 in the third.
And you look at the small lineup that Lawrence Frank is going with to start this quarter with Darrell Armstrong and Marcus Williams in the backcourt. You can afford to do that because the Heat also have two small guards in.
O'Neal is fouled. The Nets with a smart play on the inside as Shaq got tremendous position. And it's going to work against Malik Allen. That's his second. O'Neal to the free throw line.
Now, this is my first time this year seeing Shaquille O'Neal live. I've watched a lot of footage of him. I've watched him in games. He really has a bounce about himself tonight, looking to get the basketball, being a presence in the paint.
And making free throws, 49% on the season. He's still imposing. He's just not a force anymore like he once was in his 13 All-Star appearances. And 1 out of 2. Might have had a lane violation. We did. And Shaq will get a mulligan.
And you still see that Shaquille O'Neal is capable of taking over basketball games. I just don't think he can do it every night.
Still has 2 years left on his contract after this one at $20 million per. And it rims out for Shaq.
You know, if you told the Miami Heat fans, the organization, that they would pay for Shaquille O'Neal and they would wind up with a championship, they would take that deal.
Carter to Armstrong. Now Allen is open from the wing, and he buries it. Malik Allen.
Solid job by Darrell Armstrong breaking the interior of the Heat defense and finding Malik Allen on the perimeter.
Antoine Wright getting x-rays on that right ankle as we speak, and will not return here tonight. Barron on a spin. Allen there defensively and makes the play. Armstrong triggers the break. Here's Williams feeding for Carter. 1 minute gone by in the fourth, and the Nets down by 3 off the double. Williams to Collins. 10 to shoot. Marcus Williams into the lane. Spins it. No. And rebounded by Barron.
I would run pick and roll all night long for Malik Allen, setting the screen, and he'd wind up with a jump shot every single time.
Earl Barron with a jumper. And Clarksdale, Mississippi. His first action of the season.